Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL news, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is from Mike Garofalo. The Jets are bringing in free agent quarterback Derek Carr for a visit this weekend, sources say. It'll be the second meeting with the team for Carr, who obviously he's visited the Saints prior to his release. They had the framework of a trade, but the trade didn't happen, so he got released. Prior to his release by the Raiders, he's in the process of evaluating all options now that he's a free agent. So it's going to be a few day process here for Derek Carr because he's visiting with the Jets and he's going to evaluate all options. I don't know. I feel like they should try and get Lamar Jackson instead of Aaron Rodgers, who's 34 years old. You don't know how much longer he'll play. And Derek Carr's up there in age 32 years of age. If I was the Jets, I would try and go after Lamar Jackson if he ever gets available for trade. But he is like a few years younger than Aaron Rodgers, and he's cheaper. But it's better than Zach Wilson. But neither's won a playoff game in the past decade, so definitely good match right there. So he's very high on the Jets list, obviously. So from NFL Now, the Commanders will try to close it out with potential offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, while Matt Nagy looms with his replacement with the hashtag Chiefs. So a deal could be finalized today as Eric Bieniemy he's emerged as a top choice for that Commanders offensive coordinator job. So the quarterbacks coach Matt Nagy has emerged as a top choice to replace offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy if he leaves for the Commanders. But Matt Nagy, though, you're gonna go from Eric Bieniemy to Matt Nagy. I don't know. But he was the offensive coordinator of the year before Mahomes started. But hopefully Bieniemy proves people wrong, saying he would only do this in Kansas City. But hopefully not against Dallas, though. But this tells me Washington is trading up for a quarterback in the draft. No way Miami takes a job without a guaranteed starter in the mix. So Bengals offensive tackle Jonah Williams recently underwent knee surgery from Dr. Neil S. L. Tarache in Los Angeles, sources say. Williams disclosed his kneecap this season and the procedure, or dislocated his kneecap this season, and the procedure should keep it from happening again. Williams is expected to be fully cleared before June. So hopefully this will stop him from. Hopefully, well, I was gonna say hopefully Jonah Williams can stay healthy, but he wasn't blocking, he wasn't playing as well even before the injury. Bengals defensive end Joseph Osai also underwent postseason surgery, having his shoulder fixed that he suffered after he suffered a torn labrum that he played through this season, sources say. So I'm kind of a little bit concerned about his injury history. He's had a lot of injuries. 2 years, 2 surgeries. You got to invest in the true rushing defensive end this draft, in my opinion. Because you got to invest because he's had 2 years, 2 surgeries. So two Bengals players getting off-season surgery. Uh, Patriots defensive line coach DeMarcus Covington was requested by the Arizona Cardinals for their defensive coordinator position under Jonathan Gannon's source said. Just 33 coach is a rising young coach who developed a relationship with new GM Monty Austinfort while together in New England. And I don't know. He's a hell of a coach though. He went to a few games, sat behind the Pats bench, and observed one thing about it: the players love and respect him, and a fierce leader. So I think this would be a really good addition to the Cardinals getting a good defensive coach under Jonathan Gannon. So obviously, as I talked about, the Commanders, obviously from the NFL Now thing, Miami's the top choice, and if all goes well it should be official today. They have mutual interest, and it seems Matt Nagy is going to quickly merge to fill Eric Bieniemy's place. It'll likely end up as he'll be the Commanders' new offensive coordinator. The 49ers are hiring Clint Kubiak to a top role Kyle Shanahan's staff, replacing Bobby Slowick, per sources. Kubiak is the former Vikings offensive coordinator and Broncos quarterback coach. He stepped into a spot that's been a promotion factory, with Slowick most recently becoming Houston's offensive coordinator. Clint Kubiak has got another NFL coaching job. But I don't think he'll have to call any plays, though. But, man, he's not a good offensive coordinator. The Commanders wide receivers coach Drew Terrell has been requested by the Arizona Cardinals for their offensive coordinator job. Source said just 31. He's highly thought of in NFL circles. So the Cardinals are getting a really young coaching staff. You got Jonathan Gannon, and then the one defensive coordinator, the defensive line coach from the Patriots. They interviewed. And I'm only surprised it took this long for him to get an interview request. So that's a really good wide receiver coach right there, if you ask me. The Cardinals have requested to interview Rams quarterback coach Drew Petzing for their offensive coordinator job under new coach Jonathan Gannon. Source said he's considered a strong candidate. I feel like he made Jacoby Brissett starting caliber. He's a good offensive coordinator if you ask me. Could be a good offensive coordinator if you ask me. The Cardinals are absolutely killing it this offseason. And they've also requested to interview with Saints running back coach Joe Thomas for their offensive coordinator job. So they've requested to interview two people for their offensive coordinator job. We'll see which one will get that job. The Giants, they've signed wide receiver Isaiah Hodgins, who was said to become an exclusive rights free agent, one of the best stories of their season. He was really good, really underrated receiver for the Giants. Probably Daniel Jones' #1 target to throw to. So I think it's really good, but Giants keeping him. The Colts are requesting Jaguars passing game coordinator Jim Bob Cooter for their offensive coordinator job under Shane Steichen. Source said he's had several requests. He's been in the league a long time. That's definitely his name. That's not a fake name. But I think Jaguars fans wouldn't be happy because he's a really good offensive coordinator and really helped that offense take off this season. So that would be a big loss if the Jaguars let him go to a division rival. Add another name to the Broncos defensive coordinator list. Former Saints co-defensive coordinator Chris Richard had interviewed for the Denver defensive coordinator job, sources say, but Rex Ryan is considered the favorite. I feel like we're going to see the return of Rex Ryan. Peyton and Ryan will make a good team. So Eagles star offensive tackle Lane Johnson underwent surgery to repair a torn abductor today from Dr. William Myers at the Bencera Institute, and he faces a 10 to 12 week recovery. Johnson impressed the playoffs despite the injury. Then obviously here posted from his hospital bed. Absolutely hate the Eagles, but what he went through and battled, that's what it's all about. He may wear a uniform obviously I despise, but Lane Johnson's got my respect, and playing through that type of injury, that's crazy. The Panthers will hire Bert Watts as their safeties coach, source said. He coached Broncos outside linebackers last season and is highly thought of within coaching circles as a future defensive coordinator. So he's going to be the safeties coach. I feel like they're building up a good staff. Like they got good safeties coach here in Brett Watts, because that Broncos defense was good. They're assembling a really good coaching staff, in my opinion. So, Rex Ryan has emerged as a top candidate for the Broncos defensive coordinator job. Ryan has been on ESPN after being fired by the Bills in 2016. If all goes well, he could be headed back to the NFL. Him coming as a defensive coordinator should be really good. He's not served as a defensive coordinator since 2008, but that can all change. Oh my lord, this fucking phone stopped. Okay, so the Buccaneers are hiring Seahawks quarterback coach Dave Canales as their new offensive coordinator, sources say. After 13 seasons as an assistant on Pete Carroll's coaching staff, Canales heads to Tampa Bay to run the offense for Todd Bowles. So really good hire for Tampa Bay. Canales made Geno Smith a really good quarterback last year. He did a great job with Geno Smith earning a new spot in Tampa Bay. So really good addition to that for him. The Bills are hiring veteran wide receiver coach Adam Henry, per source, who's coached LSU and with 5 NFL teams. Most recently was Indiana's offensive coordinator / wide receiver coach. And why I mention this again, it's interesting because Adam Henry is, besides being a very good coach, he is close with Odell Beckham Jr. That's why I'm mentioning this again. I could definitely see Odell Beckham Jr. going to the Buffalo Bills. That's why I mentioned this again when I covered it the other day. The Packers and running back Aaron Jones agreed to a reduced salary of $11 million for the 2023 season, per Ian Rappaport. He's a real one, and the man, he loves the Green Bay. He's willing to do anything to stay, to take a pay cut. So, it seems like Rodgers might come back, but I'm not going to say he will. The NFL fined Eagles safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson $14,111 for lowering the head to initiate contact with the helmet on a fourth quarter play in the Super Bowl. Per source, no flag was thrown. He confirmed the fine and said he'll appeal. What is there to appeal? I mean, he literally hit him helmet to helmet. I mean, I don't know what there is to fine or to appeal. So the Seahawks promoted Nolan Teasley to assistant general manager, Matt Berry to senior director of player personnel, Aaron Heinlein to director of college scouting, and Willie Schneider to director of pro personnel. So 4 changes there for the Seahawks within the organization. The Rams hired former University of Washington head coach Jimmy Lake to a spot on Sean McVay's staff, per sources. His title is still to be determined. He has mostly coached defensive backs, including the Bucs and Lions, from 2006 to 2011 before returning to college. So he deserves a chance to rebuild his career, and I think this could be a decent chance. The Raiders are hiring Matt Lombardi as an offensive assistant / assistant wide receivers coach, per source. Lombardi, younger brother of offensive coordinator Mike Lombardi, spent the past 3 seasons with the Panthers. I mean, it's gonna be a whatever move. Give me some more news here. No, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the news, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, Alkaline. Peace.